Meanwhile, we are taking a closer look at the 911 calls the meter reader who found Kaylee's remains made back in August. Well, how closely did Orange County Sheriff's detectives actually look into the tips? And could the fact the remains weren't discovered until 4 months later help Casey Anthony's defense? Shannon Butler is live in the newsroom with some answers. Shannon.
Corrine, according to one criminal defense attorney, no, Baez might be able to show mistakes made by the sheriff's office, but it still does not disprove a possible involvement by Kaylee's mother, and it likely won't be able to compete with the evidence that's gathered against Casey.
911, what's your emergency?
It was not what Orange County detectives wanted to hear.
I noticed something that looked white, and there was, I don't know what it is. I'm not telling you it's, it's Kaylee or anything of that nature.
Not one, but 3 calls from an Orange County meter reader 4 months before Kaylee's remains were found, saying there was something in those woods. But it happened. Now the big question is not finding Kaylee then enough to put doubt in a jury's mind. Doubt about when the remains were put there and by whom. Criminal defense attorney Richard Hornsby says no.
There's a difference between doubt and then reasonable doubt. It has to be a strong doubt, something that says, you know what, I don't know if I could sleep at night. And I think just the fact that they failed to follow up on this tip is not something where a juror would be unable to sleep at night.
There has been no challenge from Jose Baez yet, but he has been critical of the sheriff's office's handling of the case. In these dispatch reports on August 11th, the deputy only spent about 5 minutes on the scene. August 12th, less than 7 minutes. Then, on August 13th, about 24 minutes. In all, about 35 minutes investigating tips that could have solved this mystery long ago. Hornsby says a misstep, maybe. A mistrial, no.
They just need to explain this. They need to say, listen, hindsight is always 20/20. He initially called, and we were getting thousands of calls at that time, and this call probably was no different than the majority of calls we were getting.
Now, we also talked with Hornsby about the tip line Baez is setting up on Monday for tips of his own about those remains. Hornsby says that's also unlikely to cause doubt for a jury. In fact, he says it could look like desperation by the defense and actually turn that jury off.
Shannon, thank you.